What's up, you guys? Just what has happened with the game capture. Okay, here we go. Alright, sorry about that. What's up, everybody? Crazy Cap here once again. We're gonna be doing some more Metal Gear Solid 4 here. I would have been on earlier, but I did finally figure out what I was going to do for my now voiceless entry. I did do Metal Gear Solid, but not necessarily what you would think. I will share that with you guys later. So we're kind of going back to Act 2 here.
You're surrounded, Snake. You'll have to break through to go after Naomi. Take out those enemy soldiers and clear a path.
Actually, if y'all want to play that game, you guys want to come at me with P90s? Fine, we can do that. Shoot. Okay, well that sucks. I gotta find that. I saw someone else in here. But where? Let's see. I almost thought that was a person. That's actually, that was actually part of Naomi's equipment, I guess. Okay, so apparently I have, there's no one else within the building. Like I said, I would have been on earlier, but I had to finally get something done with my now voice this stuff. There's no one else here. What do you want? Up here. There we go. Up here. No. No, I didn't do Metal Gear Solid 2 like I was originally planning to do. I actually decided instead to do Super Smash Bros. One of the next. Ooh, somebody's pissed at me. Someone is pissed at me. I'll share the video here in a little bit. I've got it. Technically, this is the first time we've actually had to fight against somebody with a codename of Octopus, because remember, Metal Gear Solid 1, Declan was actually pretending to be the DARPA chief. He was killed off by Fox Die unexpectedly, so we never actually had a boss fight. This particular case is very different. Ooh, she's got some ball language. And if she ends that phrase with "I'm a girl with that," then I'm gonna be disappointed. Damn it. Well, I've got plenty of flipping rations at least. Okay. What? Okay, she could not have gone that far. Can the solid eye tell us anything? Okay, Brud. I guess I just wander around until she reappears. There's 2 damage more. Maybe, possibly. Remember, I've never really. Tasty beverage with rejuvenating properties. Life and psyche when consumed. Okay. Okay, and I'm curious. Oh, it's not. Where the hell did she go? I just want to finish the thing. I shot at her briefly, and she did take some damage, but then she decided she was gonna. Yeah, I'm pretty much locked in here. Okay. What, is she in the picture or something? It sounded like it came from over here. Okay, this is going to be kind of a pain in the ass. Oh no, I see why it took the other guy I watched the other day so long to friggin'. I was watching a guy play this the other day with the language, and it took him forever because of the fact that block path, destinations. Okay. Shoot. There, creepy child laugh. Oh. Very clever. Lousy camo. I wonder. I've got these javelins. Maybe those would be more effective. Well, she is taking damage. Wait, I just dropped the javelin and it... That was weird, okay. Well, the sound was coming from this direction.
Just you try and find me.
Somewhere dead ahead. Oh, maybe that hurt. Oh, she was a random object. Well, that's gonna make things about 1,000,000 times more interesting. I'll just fire randomly here. Maybe, possibly. I might hit her. I see you. You're trying to pretend to be Naomi's little skeleton. Well, she's taking a lot more damage through the javelin, and I've got plenty of ammunition left for it. I just gotta be very, very attentive to details in the level. Jeez, you should wind up talking here in a moment. Hey, stun grenade. I could use that. What was that? Okie dokie. I saw something blip on the solid eye.
Snake, come here.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. Besides, Metal Gear Mark II is not that big. Yeah, you can't fool me. We technically haven't seen Raiden yet. So I'm pretty sure that there's no way that we could actually see her disguise herself as Raiden. Yeah. like actually seeing a dead body, someone that I may or may not have finished off earlier, is going to fool me.
Naomi? But why?
I'm just gonna hit myself quick with a ration, just for good measure. Yeah, not going to help you. I know better.
It's another mimic! Watch out, Snake!
Go ahead, keep on mimicking. I don't care. She ain't even hiding. Ow. Go ahead, try something. Good night. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to take forever with those assault rifles, so I just went ahead and said, screw it. I'm gonna blast her with the javelin about 1,000,000 times. And I keep forgetting that with these B&B members, once you beat the beast, then you wind up having to face off against the beauty.
I am an octopus. An 8-legged beast. These tentacles are beyond my control. Their will is the will of the battlefield.
Maybe.
So funny. It's all so funny. No.
Not a bad looking lady, even
It's
though
not funny.
if she weren't kind of psychotic.
Nothing is funny. I shouldn't be laughing. I can't. The truth is, I'm not laughing. Not laughing at all. I shouldn't be laughing. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry I laughed.
I've heard each of these members of the B&B unit is kind of,
I won't laugh anymore. I can't. I don't want to.
apparently her nanomachines are tickling her to death.
shed her suit. Who knows what she'll throw at you next? Watch out!
Okay, so the question becomes, do I want to trank her or... I'll trank her. Really rather not actually kill her. There we go. Okie dokie. Hopefully that means she's out like a light. And I think we get some kind of long, some kind of a decent conversation with Drebin after each and every one of these. Yeah, every time we beat one of these, they always curl up into the fetal position, apparently. So that pretty much tells you that everything's over. Finally, this one we get the Octo Camo mask. This should help me hide, says Snake. So we're going to take a moment here. As I promised, I was going to show you guys the Now Voice This entry that I submitted finally. As I said before, I did go with Metal Gear, and but it wasn't from any of the actual Metal Gear games. It was actually from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, to be more specific. Sorry, I had somebody tag me in something. Now they've got pretty much the Snake's got his codex in that game, and just about well, they didn't really record any new ones for any of the new people that have joined since he debuted in Brawl. But the one I went with, one of my favorites was the codec call that he had with Otacon about Link from The Legend of Zelda. I love the banter that goes back and forth. Now, as I posted on my entry on the Now Voice This Twitter, Snake is one of my. I did the voice for Solid Snake, but it's not perfect. Especially because I'm one of those guys that when I do the voice, I'm in when it comes out of my mouth, I think it's fine. But if I record it and I hear myself and I think it's fine, then play it back, for some odd reason, I critique myself almost immediately. I'm like, this kind of, this doesn't sound the same. It always sounds different when you play it back than when it comes out of your mouth, But Snake is still somewhat new in my repertoire. Um, so be kind. It's not perfect. If by some chance I actually make it to the next one, I do have, depending on uh, what the subject is. There, I do have an idea of what I want to do. I have an original character from Star Wars I want to do that I've been developing for a couple of years now. Jedi by the name of Soren Mirar. So, but here is my first round entry for Now Voice This Season 4. It's simply called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Mr. Utility Belt. Otacon, who's the guy with the sword?
That's Link. He's the hero of Hyrule. That blade in his hand is called the Master Sword, also known as the Blade of Evil's Bane. He also has a whole arsenal of items at his disposal. Bombs and arrows, a shield, a boomerang. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Gear is only useful when it's used at the right time and place. Just lugging a ton of it around doesn't do you any good.
I wouldn't be talking if I were you, Snake.
What's that supposed to mean?
You tell me, Mr. Utility Belt.
So that was my attempt at Solid Snake and one of his codecs from Super Smash Brothers. Um, there was a slight difference in the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate codec for Link and the Super Smash Brothers Brawl codec for Link. The main one being that in Ultimate he did not have the claw shots, so they edited out that last part when Otacon is listing off the different weapons that Link uses. The last one he mentions is a claw shot in Brawl, but they cut that part off so that it matched. But I love the banter that that those two go back and forth with. I mean, some of my friends, I'd love to have the kind of friendship that Snake and Otacon have with some of my friends. You know, the whole Mr. Utility Belt comment was like the first time I ever heard that codec. It was I died of laughter almost. That was so funny. So, but that was my entry. I'm hoping that somehow I do good enough. Last year I did Metal Gear Solid for my round one as well. The first round I think was do a tongue twister. If I recall, I did voice of Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 2. I took one of his lines from Metal Gear Solid 2 late in the game. The original line was when he shot Fortune, and she was shot for the first time ever. And she basically asked, "Well, how did this happen? You know, no bullet could hit me before." And the original line from Ocelot was, and I quote, "You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you." Well, there was a tongue twister about Lady Luck. I can't remember how I mixed it in with that line exactly, but I think it was something to the tune of "You're no Lady Luck because Lady Luck is for losers," or something to that effect. But I did it all in Ocelot's voice. It was good enough to get through round one. I was considering doing Ocelot this round, trying to do my own take on Ocelot's first appearance in Metal Gear Solid 2. You know, when he goes, "I am Shalashaska," also called Revolver Ocelot. That whole thing where when he first shows up, the first thing out of his mouth is, "Excellent speech, my friend. Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer and of a liar." That whole bit. I wanted to, but then I thought about maybe trying to cut it, edit it so that I could at least get part of that, and then maybe skip, do this whole thing where I throw in that SpongeBob a few moments later thing in the middle, and then it cuts ahead to Ocelot being possessed by Liquid, and Liquid just chiming in, going, "It's been a while, brother." Talking with Snake briefly, but none of those seem to work for keeping it less than a minute. And then I thought about, well, maybe I can just do one of the many codecs from Super Smash Brothers, and that's kind of how that took off. So, but we're gonna go ahead and get back into Metal Gear Solid 4 here. And here's our call from
Yo,
Drebin.
Snake, looking good today.
Drebin, what do you want?
That's cold, man. And here I was about to tell my very best customer about face camo.
Face camo?
That camo skull cap you just picked up from Tentacle's shell. It utilizes the same kind of technology as your Octo camo suit. Using the two together can get you even better results. I'd hang on to it if I was you.
Doesn't fit. It's not my size or shape.
Yeah, looks like it could use a bit of tailoring before you can sport it. Not my line of work, but... ain't you got a buddy who specializes in that kind of thing?
Somebody's done their homework.
Hey, it's my job.
Is that the real reason you injected me with those nanomachines? To spy on me?
I prefer the term customer data management myself.
Drebin.
Relax. It's strictly confidential. I ain't gonna share it with anybody.
Then what did you mix a virus in with the nanomachines for?
Virus?
A certain virus was detected in my body. Are you saying it wasn't in the nanomachines you injected?
Look, you do know there are other folks who could have done this to you. And besides, what would I gain from infecting you? Better for me that you're out there kicking ass on the battlefield. I was watching you, Snake. You're a real piece of work. Never thought I'd meet the man who could take down Laughing Octopus single-handedly. She
Thanks to
just
a bunch
kept
of
on
javelin
laughing.
rockets to the
Now, why do you
face.
suppose that is?
Something in her past.
You got it. She's from a village in Scandinavia. Little seaside hamlet known to all the locals as the Devil's Village. Place wasn't known for devils, though. It was known for octopus. See, this was one of the few places in Europe where they ate octopus customarily. Anyway, there's this cult of crazies who for some reason hate the village with a passion. Then, when she was just a teenager, things get bad. These nutcases get their hands on some weapons and attack the village. Overnight, her sleepy little fishing town becomes a war zone. They round up all the villagers and execute them one by one. Except for that girl. They had something else planned for her. Something a whole lot worse than dying. Calling her the devil's child, they forced her to do the kind of thing you'd expect from one of Lucifer's own. After they made her torture her family and friends, they made her kill them. The whole time they were forcing her to laugh, howl like some sort of demon. Like she was enjoying it. What was she gonna do? Say no? They'd kill her too. So she let fear take control and did exactly as they told her. She butchered the bodies of the ones she loved and laughed while she did it. And as she bathed in their blood, it gradually turned from deep red to jet black. To her, it looked like the ink of an octopus. The experience scarred her deep. Ever since then, she hasn't stopped laughing. Only, that ain't really laughter.
Why are you telling me this? You expect me to feel sorry for her?
Nah. I know you got no room for that stuff in your world. And besides, this is war. Right? In a way, though, I guess it was the right thing to do.
What was?
Fighting you cleansed her mind. All right, enough chit-chat. There's other beasts out there in them woods. Watch your back.
And that was the story of Laughing Octopus. Now I think we need to go and recover Naomi. And I'm sure Raiden is still out there in his new cyborg outfit. Solid Snake, the old tracker.
Snake, have you lost sight of the target? Whenever something moves, it leaves a trail behind. Track and find Naomi's trail.
I'm not like Big Boss. Tracking isn't my strongest suit. When did you get so good at it?
After saving Sonny, I drifted around the globe. In Alaska, a tribal elder taught me some scouting techniques.
Drifted. You never went back to see Rose?
Rose? She doesn't exist. No. Rose and I live in different worlds, different times. Her world has no place for someone like me. My place is here on the battlefield.
Huh.
Listen, Snake. Scouting is based on the principles of hunting. There are two fundamentals: awareness and tracking.
Awareness?
Awareness refers to locating a trail by paying careful attention to your surroundings. Tracking means to follow that trail. Your target's trail could be footprints, a branch they broke along the way, bent grass trampled underfoot. You need to feel for clues using all your senses: sound, smell, touch, the direction of the wind. Watch how the animals move. Listen for unusual bird calls. These are signs that someone may be disrupting the environment nearby.
You sound like a ninja.
Exactly. Ninja are the ultimate scouts. If your enemy is a skilled scout, they'll be doing the same thing. You may be the hunter, but you are also the hunted. To avoid enemy detection, move slowly, little by little. Don't disturb the air around you. Try to make as little noise as possible. Your pursuers will be doing the same, trying to sneak up on you without a sound. If you can't pick up the trail with your naked eye, switch the solid eye to infrared mode. That will enable you to see Naomi's footprints and any enemies lying in ambush.
Switch the solid eye to infrared. Got it.
But the sound it makes while engaged could end up giving your position away. So don't leave it on for too long.
All right.
Listen to your heart. Trust your senses as much as you can. And you will find Naomi's trail.
I'll give it a shot.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun.
Snake, follow Naomi's trail and find out where they took her. Watch out, though. You might run into a few holdups along the way.
Okay. Okay, let's see if we can. This, I think this is like the only mode that actually shows, because I can see the footprints clearly. Look, here's a ration. Just really quickly, I'm actually going to go into camouflage. Kind of creepy, actually. Okay. Okay. So far, I am just following this trail of various footprints. So far, I have not.
Snake, the trail splits up into multiple directions. Look closely at the footprints.
I feel like it should be this way. Don't mind the background noise. At least I'm guessing that this is the right way. I'm trying to see if I can. Maybe some of these look like they might be from the kind of shoes that she was wearing. I think she was wearing some kind of heels.
Looks like they split up here.
Okay. I'm gonna guess that I'm going the right direction. If Otacon is still. Maybe. This one I think is a little bit tougher because I'm not really sure Could be wrong.
You think that could be Naomi's?
I can't pick it up. Not an item. That's kind of stupid. Huh. Okay. I'm also trying to aha, I see you up there. Good night, scumbag. I'm trying not to use the octo camo or the solid eye for too long, because it wears out the battery.
Huh? Who was that?
Why don't you come and find out, asshole? Night night. A master key. Custom part for the M4 allows the use of a shotgun without switching weapons. Go to the customize. Okay.
Get up. Get up.
Okay. Let me check the map here. There's no definitive. Once again, we are back in the Metal Gear Solid 3 days. I think here we are. Okay. I'm just trying to look for tracks that would... Trying to look for tracks that would look like it would be what it would have been left behind.
Huh? That's weird. Naomi's shoe prints just vanish. But just hers.
And that must mean somewhere along this shore. Somewhere along this shore. Let me check with Otacon.
Naomi's left a clear trail for you to follow. Use Raiden's advice to help figure out where she was taken.
That really helped. Huh.
Snake, the heavier someone is, the deeper the footprint they'll leave behind. Take a look with the solid eye. Deeper footprints should show up darker than shallow ones.
But Naomi's footprints ought to be shallower than the soldiers. She's not carrying any gear.
If you were carrying somebody, however, the extra weight would make your footprints deeper.
So, one of them might be carrying Naomi.
True.
That
I guess.
depends. Are some of the prints deeper than others? Look closely, Snake.
I see where you're going here. Okay, so they went this way. Okay. I also gotta look up every now and then too, just to make absolutely sure. Okay, so I see the little dots for footprints, for the footprints, and that usually tells me that that usually indicates high heels. Looks like they tried to throw me off.
Wait a minute. It's the solid eye. The sound is giving your position away. Take cover, Snake.
What? What the?
There you go, I can't.
What was that?
They went this way. I can tell.
They must have gone separate ways here.
No crap, Otacon. You can see the shape of the front of her foot. Little rats or hamsters. That's nice. Forced her to go around this way. Wow. In the middle of moving. How about that? Ow. Okay. If that's how you want to play things. And they made her take off her shoes. That's awesome. Big boss would be proud.
What?
Okay, so the question now becomes... which way... Excuse me. Which way did they go? I'm going to say here because it looks, to me it almost kind of seems like they passed her off to someone else to kind of throw me off the trail. At least that's kind of how I'm picking it up. So we're gonna go around this way.
I'm noticing more footprints now. Security's getting tighter. We could be getting close to Naomi.
I would agree with that. Not to mention since the okay, there we go. Excuse me. I apologize, guys. Yep, there she is. With our favorite wannabe vampire. Damn.
Otacon, it's Vamp. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and they're taking Naomi away.
We don't know what will happen. Remember the last time.
I'm willing to make a few sacrifices.
As you wish. We'll begin shortly.
headshot. He's still largely blue.
We've got the go-ahead. Begin. We'll use his blood. It could get intense. Brace yourselves. Shots, all of you.
Yes, sir.
I'll be taking in half.
And that sound means nothing good. Well, this isn't good. We have Gecko. Different from what happened in the book. In the book that I have for the novelization of this was actually a high-speed chase all the way to the helipad here. With Snake at the gun. Instead of getting shot in the head, Vamp was actually took the shot that knocked himself out.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride!
To me, it doesn't seem like it's like that.
Snake, I'm bringing the chopper to the other side of the market up ahead. That's as close as I can get. You've got to make it to the market somehow. escalation button. Then use the right stick to aim, and press the attack button to fire. Watch your aim, Snake. Damn it! Powered suits are in our way! Take them out, Snake!
Already did.
Snake, you have to open up a path. Do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
These guys don't seem to feel any pain. Small arms won't do you much good. A large caliber weapon ought to do the trick. Use the machine gun.
They must really like us! Snake, do something! Up front! Here they come! Hold on tight!
Almost there. You can do it.
Don't fall off!
People. On the move. Pretty sure I'm almost done with Act 2. Okay.
Come on, Naomi. Stay with me.
And the monkey's just hanging out. Dude's just drinking Narc Cola.
Up you go. You okay? Oh, shit. We're hiding.
Oh, shit. This is where Raiden made his first appearance after MGS2.
Go on, get out of here.
And instead of being a clumsy
Yes.
fool, they actually turned him badass.
Let's go.
Here they come!
He's just sitting, watching. Extermination.
protect you.
Damn right it is, right?
Snake, I'm setting the chopper down at the market square. Hurry!
Naomi, go on ahead.
Raiden's keeping them busy. Now's your chance to make an escape. Snake, there's no time to take on the gecko. Just ignore them. Get out of there, quick. I can see you. Just a little farther. Run, Snake, run!
Well, that sucked. Getting kicked in the face by a metal gear.
I'm sorry. I'm a little busy right now.
Thank you. Ah.
Don't forget the Mark II.
Naomi, take care of this. Otacon, get us out of here.
Where's Raiden?
Still fighting.
Vamp!
Raiden!
Yet again, our paths crossed.
I heard this little exchange was actually badass.
You too, immortal.
No. I just don't fear death.
Breakdancing Raiden. If you still right now. Go right, go. Ouch.
Could you be the one to finally finish me?
To make matters even better, the very first mission of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is basically Raiden by himself.
You okay? Fine. Raiden!
You're...
Man, I always love watching Cyborg Raiden. Ooh,
Boss,
badass.
she got away. Are you sure about this?
It's all part of the plan.
The test was
all
a failure, even
part
with
of
his code.
As I feared, it's not pure enough. We need all of him.
The PMCs we deployed have suffered brain damage. Nothing salvageable remains. Our only remaining option is to secure the original.
I know that. It's only a matter of time. We're working as fast as we can to find their hiding place. I need you here too, Vamp.
Last remaining member of Dead Cell.
Hang in there!
Vamp. He's got to be immortal.
No, he's not immortal at all. It was my design that caused his body to be like that.
Huh?
What do you mean?
The nanomachines in his body cause his wounds to close and heal at an accelerated rate. Someone took the basic nanomachine technology I once researched and perfected it. In a sense, I'm responsible for Vamp. It's one of my sins.
Does your body have the same nanomachines?
I brought a monster into this world. And I too am...
Right.
Hold him down!
Man, after being that badass,
He's losing too much blood.
Can you save him?
I don't know. He needs a blood transfusion. No, an infusion of artificial blood.
Snake. Raiden. Europe.
Go meet Big Mama.
Okay, looks like we're finally finished with Act 2. And I've earned a trophy, Solid Sun. We'll check out the opening cinematic of Act 3 here. And then we'll call it a night. I feel like I am making some good headway. This is this is farther than I've gotten the last time I ever played this. It should briefing.
Argon, boron, silicon, and neon, yttrium, fermium, plutonium, chlorine, fluorine, gallium, and xenon, thallium, strontium,
The trick is to keep the lid on. Now, let it cook for 1 minute. You like cooking, don't you? Good for you.
This is my sunny side up fortune telling. When it turns out good, it means something good is gonna happen.
Oh. So that's why you don't cook them over easy.
What's the alarm? When the alarm goes off, you go.
But
Quack,
the
quack,
secret
quack.
to good cooking is to keep who's going to eat it in mind.
Oh.
Oh. Is this your mother?
Yes.
Poor Olga.
She's really beautiful. That tune you were humming, it's from the periodic table, isn't it? Thorium, protactinium, uranium, neptunium, plutonium, americium.
Curium.
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 That's it. Curium.
Sonny made a friend.
This? May I? There. See, Sonny? Us girls have to look our best.
Her name was Olga.
Hmm?
My mother.
I see. Ah, it's going to burn. Oh, hold on, hold on. And there. Done.
Thanks.
Of course. We did a great job.
Well, the eggs, they look a little bit burnt, but I don't think they're nearly as bad. There's Metal Gear Solid cooking.
Dr. Emmerich, Liquid is in Eastern Europe. He's after the corpse of Big Boss.
Huh? What for?
It's the final key he needs to gain access to SOP. The keys to the system are Big Boss's genetic code and biometric data. Without them, there's no way to gain access.
Wait, what's Liquid been doing all this time?
He's been performing tests. 2 tests. The first, using the genetic code from Liquid's DNA chip. In his second attempt, he used the DNA code and biometric data extracted from Snake's blood.
What's the need for the original if a substitute works just as well?
Neither your genetic pattern nor Liquid's genetic pattern is a 100% match for Big Bosses.
What do you mean we don't match?
Dr. Emmerich. Scientifically speaking, there's the markers implanted during the cloning process. The mixing of mitochondrial DNA within the egg cell. The intentionally altered Terminator genes, scientifically speaking. Both you and Liquid are as similar to Big Boss as you could possibly be, but you're still different.
Different?
Yes.
So that's what Liquid was talking about.
We're not copies of our father, after all.
Which is why they created Solidus.
But Solidus is dead.
Listen carefully, Snake. This is the most important part. The AI that controls the system employs a highly aggressive, advanced IDS. It uses a special code to inspect all data and commands circulating within the network. Any data that fails to conform to that code is treated as a foreign object and expunged, like viruses killed by white blood cells. The authentication program this IDS uses is based on a genetic identification program, one I helped develop for Foxdie. It's set up so that host commands only execute properly if the key matches perfectly. However, if the IDS suspects someone is trying to break into the system, it registers that genetic code on a blacklist. That code is then blocked and can never again be used to access the system. So, if you're going to use a substitute, you need to find a new genetic access code with each new trial.
So when Liquid accessed the system in the Middle East and South America, it was only a test.
I can't believe this. Snake and Big Boss don't have the same genetic code?
Strictly speaking, Snake and Liquid aren't the same either. Which is why Foxdie only affected Liquid at Shadow Moses. And spared you. Let's put it this way. If Liquid uses Big Boss's genetic code, the original, he'll have the system completely under his control.
Hold on. I thought having his code wasn't enough. You need his biometric data at the same time, don't you?
That's right. And Big Boss is already dead.
No. He's alive.
Big Boss Colossus. Alive.
His body is. Or rather, his cells.
That's impossible.
Big Boss survives as a biomort. A brain-dead shell sustained in the lab.
Surprise!
Liquid has already left for Europe
the
in
twist?
search of Big Boss's body. Right from the start, he knew his experiment in South America wasn't going to work.
Europe, huh?
If Liquid obtains the body, he'll be primed to make his final move.
Allowing him total control of the system.
Exactly. Unless we can stop him first.
Uncle Hal, I found it.
Huh? Ah. This is it.
Where'd you hack this from?
AT Security. The Patriots.
Can't
The
believe
Lowry
this sort of
relay
thing
though.
still goes on.
The war economy is heating up the R&D race. It's not just the PMCs either. Every corporation tethered to the military-industrial complex is losing its sense of morality. And it's us science-holics who are doing their dirty work for them. Not even
I know a
realizing
group in the real world that's losing its morality.
Can we make Jack
But this
better?
stream has enough
I don't
politics
know.
as it is. We are playing a Metal Gear game, after all.
Sonny. May I? It's no use. There's nothing we can do here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
Look at this. His artificial blood needs dialysis. We don't have the proper equipment.
Dialysis?
Getting his wounds healed is important too. But at this rate, he's not gonna last that long.
Dialysis. Is that like what kidneys do?
That's right. Raiden's blood is an older type of artificial blood that was used by the military, called white blood. After it's been in use for a while, the blood needs to be dialyzed, filtered. Right now, he's slipping into autotoxemia.
It's there. In Europe.
What do you mean?
Eastern Europe. They have equipment that can heal me there.
Where? The same place Liquid went?
Dr. Magnar. He's
Dr. Madnar. I've heard of him.
A world-renowned cybernetics expert. Strictly underground, though.
We're in luck, then. It's settled. We must head for Europe. The sooner we get there, the better.
Yeah. I'll call Campbell and have him get us landing clearance. Oh, Snake! Where are you going?
I'm gonna be spewing out poison soon enough anyway. What's one more smoke gonna hurt?
This is a no smoking flight.
Ouch. Come on.
Who is this?
Oh, her? That's my sister.
Really? I never knew you had a sister. For a moment, I thought she might have been your girlfriend.
No, I don't have a... Emma was a brilliant programmer. She wrote the worm that destroyed the Arsenal Gear AI. Then... Vamp killed her.
Bastard. And I actually like
So
Emma.
sorry.
No, there's nothing for you to be sorry for. Or me. I used to be an anime otaku.
What do you mean, used to be?
So that's where Otacon comes from.
I was always fascinated by sci-fi anime. That's what got me into this line of work. It's too bad reality wasn't so simple. I never even imagined that science, that my own research, could cause so much misery. I mean, it's not like us science holics or Satanists or anything. But even when we've got the best of intentions, we end up being used by others for evil.
Dr. Emmerich,
You see this? Sonny helped me build it.
Really? Sonny helped build this?
We built it using top-secret docs and patents dug up from intranets at a bunch of research labs. To tell you the truth, I think she's better at it than I am.
But she's just a child.
I've seen
She
the little
cracked the protection on
Otacon,
your mail.
the little Otacon guy from Metal Gear Solid 2, and you
Wow.
upload the images
I
during the tanker
assumed
chapter.
it was you.
Sonny was taken by the Patriots right after she was born. She never even met her parents. She's spent her entire childhood inside the net.
That's why she has trouble speaking.
Her home is in the computer. She can only see the outside from the inside. She's always in there, searching for herself, searching for her family. She's trying to find out who she is and where she's going.
Searching for herself and her family.
She believes she can find the answers inside a machine hooked up to the world. She spends every day inside the net, exploring. For Sunny, this is home.
No, it shouldn't be like that.
What?
It's time you let her go outside.
What are you talking about?
She hasn't even been born yet. She's still in the womb. She needs to live a real life.
But Sunny's never shown any interest in leaving the Nomad. Frankly, I'm worried about letting her go out there.
I have a feeling she'll do just fine.
You really think she'll be okay going outside?
That's not what I meant. I think she's got a good handle on her science.
Sorry. Go on.
Huh?
You were about to say something.
Oh, right. Would you mind if I helped Sunny with her cooking?
Oh, of course not. Go ahead. But, about all we've got on board besides military rations are eggs.
No. Leave them off. It makes you look handsome.
You think so?
Yeah, I read about this too. Apparently the two of them have a night of passion, and yeah.
Dr. Emmerich,
Huh?
is it okay to sleep in there?
Excuse me?
Well, Dr. Emmerich, I know it's easy to forget sometimes, but I am a woman. You understand. Sorry. I know it's selfish of me, but I'd like to be alone for a while.
Right. I understand. I'll show you in.
Thank you.
Every time he winds up getting a love interest, that love interest winds up not working out.
Good night, Dr. Emmerich.
Yeah. If you get uncomfortable or anything, just let me know. I'll be out there working.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yes?
Call me Hal. Good night.
Good night, Hal.
Oh.
Oh, that was rather lengthy. I knew that Metal Gear Solid 4 had some pretty lengthy cutscenes, but good God, that is excruciating. Okay, guys. I think we're gonna call it good for the night. It's just after midnight here, so if you like what you see so far, please feel free to follow. I know I'm still not quite on my posted schedule yet, but bear with me. I will get there. And I don't know when I'll be on next. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know. But we'll definitely continue on and try to see if we can get through Act 3 of Metal Gear Solid 4, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Naked Sen? I can't remember. Oh, let's actually just hit the start button real quick and tell us. It is. Third Sun. I thought it was like Naked Sun or something. Well, anywho, but yeah, so we're gonna go into Act 3 next time and see if we can't get through this and wrap the game up before long. And I know that my 7-day trial of PlayStation Now is almost up, but I figure, you know what? Why not? Why not let it charge me once at least so I can enjoy some other games on PlayStation Now for you guys other than Metal Gear Solid 4. So you guys will see a lot more games from me before long, and hopefully we can go from there. So once again, guys, it's Crazer Cap saying good night, and until next time, guys, Crazer out.